What is going on, everybody? It's Coach Grizzle once again coming at you with Talking Sports with Coach. I believe this is episode, I can't even remember. I think this is 24, maybe. Like, I'm pretty sure this is 24. This is what it could be. So yeah, we're pretty excited about that. So let me hide the sub thing. Anyway, I thought it would be amazing, of course, just to try to get him on sometime before the Super Bowl. It's a guy that is amazing at his craft. He works for sportsline.com, 24/7 sports. That is Alan Bell Jr., who literally, if I need to talk NFL, I go to this guy every single time. Met him on the radio show about, it seems like at least a little over a year ago. Can call him my friend because, man, I really enjoy talking to this guy. I think he's a great guy. And why not bring him back right before the Super Bowl? Glad I got him on the day before the Super Bowl. That is Alan Bell Jr. Brother, say hello to everybody. The chat says, hey, good to hear from you. And how you doing, man?
Hey, everybody. Dude, I'm doing good, brother. You doing all right?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. You know it. Just getting ready for the Super Bowl and really here in the next hour, getting ready for some Alabama basketball. And this team is absolutely playing out of its mind.
Well, I was going to say this, man. You know, me being here in Nashville, obviously, you know, right in the middle of SEC country. Is Alabama just coming for every national championship that there is? I mean, are they going to let anyone else have anything?
It's like they're ranked. I think like at least 11 or 12 programs are ranked, or at least are ranked in the top 25. And of course, you know, a team that's been so good at football, and we're about to talk football. It's crazy that it's slowly turning into a basketball school. But I'll say this: I mean, there's a lot of talent along Alabama as well. I've even said it at the beginning of the year. They have probably the deepest bench in the league. They also have one of the oldest teams, if not in the league, it seems like, with a bunch of seniors and juniors and just the way that and especially with Quinterly being an addition, coming over as a transfer, you know, it's been huge. And Keon Ellis too. He was a transfer as well. So it's been really big for them, and it kind of shows you. Hopefully, Nate Oates will stay at Alabama and not go to North Carolina.
Yeah, I hope so too. Watch, man. Like, they're exciting. Play fast, play slow, play up, play down. Anybody wants to get down, man. They're a lot of fun to watch.
I'll tell you how to beat them, though. You just get a big man and out-rebound them, because they have nobody. They have nobody other than like Alex Reese and Rojas that are the only ones that can really rebound, it seems like, you know, because it seems like Herb Jones is always at the point. You really don't have any height with Bruner being out. So, I mean, it's just crazy. But let's talk about what's going on tomorrow. The Mac Daddy of them all. We've got the baby goat versus the old goat. I mean, this is something that we've definitely wanted to see. We probably maybe some of us maybe wanted Aaron Rodgers at the beginning of the year, but it is Tom Brady, not with the Patriots, but with the Bucs. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you know, first thoughts, I think it should be a good game. You know, you kind of break down the matchups. Obviously, you know, the focus is going to be on the two quarterbacks, but I think the bigger matchup, the most exciting, I think, is going to be the Bucs defense getting a shot to do their thing against, you know, Mahomes and the Chiefs offense, right? I mean, you look at what the Bucs defense has done. They've turned around 42 points for the offense on turnovers just in the playoffs alone. They've got a mean front seven. They love to get after the quarterback. There's a million things to say, but I think it's going to be an awesome game.
So I look at this, and we kind of look at how they kind of finish up the season. Tampa Bay's coming off what I believe it's a 5 or 6 game win streak. You got, of course, the Chiefs, who lost that weird game to the Chargers, but I really think the Chargers are up and coming. What does it say, having momentum like that coming into the Super Bowl?
Well, I think it's big. You know, if you look at that Chargers game, you know, for the Chiefs, I mean, they sat everybody, right, like week 17. So I don't even count that one, really. I mean, they didn't have any of their stars really in. So, you know, both teams really are entering, you know, on a high. You look at the Chiefs, I mean, take that game out. Their last 26, I think they're, 25-1. The last 26 that Mahomes started. So, I mean, it's just nuts. And then you look at the Bucs. I mean, look what they did, you know, just in the playoffs alone.
Yeah.
Straight on the road. On the road. Like, that doesn't happen very much, man. Like, that is hard to do. So, you know, it's funny that they win 3 on the road and they get to play the Super Bowl at home. You know, so it's kind of interesting how that worked out. I mean, they're a good football team, and, you know, I know that, you know, obviously once the playoffs get here, you know, people will watch. But if you haven't watched the Bucs all season, like, they're a different team than people think. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We see these quarterbacks, you know, Phil Rivers, Breeze, and, you know, Roethlisberger guys that are getting older, and, you know, their arms aren't what they used to be. You know what I mean? And you kind of would, if you haven't watched the Bucs, you kind of assume Tom Brady's the same way. No. Like, this dude loves throwing deep. Like, I think that he leads the league in pass receptions over 20-plus yards. He loves to chuck it down. And then with the ball, too. You look at Leonard Fournette in the playoffs, like, his numbers are like, you know, I mean, they're like 3 times the amount, you know, what he did in the regular season. Like, he's a playoff monster. So, I mean, long story short, like, they're a good and solid football team. Like, it's not a fluke that they're in this game. I honestly thought that the Packers would be here. I thought that they were playing the best football, you know, out of the NFC. But,
yeah.
I mean, the Bucs went on the road to Lambeau and handled business. I mean, Tom Brady he's Tom Brady. What else are you going to say?
I mean, and Green Bay had so many chances in that game to win, you know, with the multiple interceptions by Tom Brady. But I think it speaks a lot about their defense. That's Tampa Bay I'm talking about, only averaging about 85 yards rushing allowed. And to be able to just shut down Green Bay like that with as many good running backs as they have. Also New Orleans. I mean, even Washington. Washington has a lot of little scat backs that can catch the ball out of the backfield and that can really burn you and really hurt you. It speaks volume of how athletic that defense is, and it just shows me how much the Falcons kind of need to find that athletic Devin White / you know, you can't find a freak at linebacker like that, but the way that they've got the front 7 working, and really their secondary isn't that bad. It's just that it's a secondary that I would say is probably the weak point of the defense.
Yeah, it is. You know, definitely. But you're right. I mean, you know, what they do is pressure on your quarterback, and they've got athletic linebackers, you know, that can cover the slack. I mean, they're just a really good football team. And while you're right about their quarterbacks, you know, in their secondary, you look at Sean Murphy-Bunting, their quarterback. He's got an interception in every single playoff game, all 3.
Wow.
Right. So I mean, yeah. I mean, they're just a good football team. Like they're just going to get after you. You know, and the interesting part is that, you know, we really don't have, you know, kind of a method to beat Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's not a blueprint out there. However, you know, your best bet on the inside the pocket. All right? And, you know, Tampa, they've got the talent on defense to do it. Now, you know, you're not going to be able to do it, you know, consistently against the Chiefs because Mahomes really just is that athletic. But with some questions, you know, regarding Kansas City's offensive line, you know, that's something to keep an eye on because, you know, it's not like Patrick Mahomes goes just terrible, you know, inside the pocket, but if you could force him to do that and, you know, have to play like a Peyton Manning style, like, football game, it changes the dynamic, you know, of the Chiefs offense because really what they want to do is roll, you know, get him outside the pocket, extend the play, because you're just not going to be able to guard Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce and Hardeman, Marcus, everybody for 6, 7, 8 seconds. It's just impossible to do. So yeah, I mean, I just can't wait to see it. Like these 2 coaches play, you know, coach aggressively, and I can't wait to see what they've been working on for the last 2 years.
So, what are your thoughts on getting haircuts halfway through? Would you sport a haircut like that?
That was really, like, first off, it was funny that the player, I can't remember his name, like, but he put up the picture of, like, the half haircut.
Yeah. Was it Kilgore?
Like,
was it Kilgore, the center?
Yeah, Kilgore. Yeah, Daniel Kilgore. Yeah, you're right. Good call. It's wild that they had taken this barber, and, you know, obviously they put him, like, through, like, the COVID testing, but they didn't wait for the result. They just let him start. You know what I mean? Like, what a disaster. You know what I
And then Patrick Mahomes was one of them. I mean, there were multiple other players that wanted to get their haircut as well. I mean, this.
If Mahomes got it, they would have pushed the Super Bowl back.
Oh yeah.
Legit. Like they're not gonna just play it without him. I mean, it's just crazy.
Next guy up, Chad Henne, baby. Chad Henne, man. Next guy up. Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminded me a little bit. I think there was another story. Was it back during the NBA bubble where I believe like 3 of the hairdressers or something had COVID, but they all wore their mask and not a single person got COVID, and they still cut their hair and there was no problem. You know what I mean? And then I mean, you've got a situation where it just seems like even something so silly as getting a haircut is going to really shut you down. And with all the injuries along that offensive line, they definitely don't need Kilgore out, which he has a status for out, and the date is February 2nd. Has he been reinstated, or is he good to go? Is he not good to go?
Well, we don't know yet.
Okay, so he's still waiting.
Don't have anything official on that just yet.
Well, this is kind of like when we were sitting there talking about where he kind of just went and did it, and then they got the test, and then they came back and blah, blah, blah. Last night, I sat there and watched I don't know if you watched it, I watched the Nets and the Raptors game, and Kevin Durant was cleared to go way before the game, sat him the whole game, played him for like 2 minutes, and then they took him out immediately and told him to go inside. And I am completely confused on how they do these protocols nowadays.
Dude, the NBA is out of control. Like, I mean, just going off of that last night alone.
Yeah.
He was off, and he was in, and he was out, and he was like, it was crazy. Like, it was just nuts. So, I mean, the NFL seems to be a little bit more consistent than that. I felt bad for anybody that was like getting off of that information. Good luck with that.
So we're looking at some of the questionables for the Bucks. Antonio Brown and Cameron Brate. Did these guys play?
Yeah, I think that they do. I think that Antonio Brown is getting better, and I know Brate. I think he's dealing with a lower back injury. I think. I think that both of them play. They might not have full reps, and be 100% of the game, but I don't think they're going to miss it.
Do you think that they're going to have some sort of an advantage even? Well, I say this because of COVID. Do you think with COVID or without COVID, do you think the Tampa Bay Bucks would still have an advantage at home playing the Super Bowl there?
The field helps because you know it, right?
Yeah.
Like, the crowd, I don't think that's that big of a deal. I think that if you were in a normal Super Bowl period, okay? So, if you're in a normal Super Bowl period, it's madness, like, the entire week leading up. Because you're on the road, your stars, your quarterbacks. There's so many, like, obligations, sponsorship obligations, and things that you're dealing with throughout the week that, if you're Tom Brady, you're at home. Like, you get to do these kind of things, like, from your house, right? To where, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs would have to all be doing it on, not only on the road, but an extended long week on the road. But now that it's, the COVID year, like, the Chiefs are flying in today. You know what I mean?
Wow,
like,
yeah.
They're not even going to be in Tampa for, 24 hours, and then they'll be gone. So, as weird as it is that, like, Tampa got a home game, for the Super Bowl,
yeah.
This is really the worst year to get it because it doesn't really give you much of an advantage at all. The Chiefs legitimately will stay one night in a hotel and fly back tomorrow. Like, I know. Like, so it's not like, even like, it's even less than, like, a regular season run.
Yeah. It was like the Raptors, I believe, last night had to play in had to go to the Nets and play because they're playing in Tampa right now, and Toronto's not being able to play. And I guess that's the whole thing about basketball and different from football is that you know, different countries obviously that are associated. We don't have that in football. We don't have a problem with the Canadian team, you know what I mean, having a problem with their football team. So it's just crazy what we're having to go through, and just crazy having to play in these circumstances. But the guys on both ends have made it a full season, and we got to see a full season, so I'm happy for that. I'm glad we got to see a full college football season as well, whether you're an Alabama fan or not, or whether you're tired of Nick Saban winning every single year. You know, it was still something to watch, and it was definitely a great spectacle for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Like, it's been really tough, and I'm glad that you know, the sports leagues, you know, pressed on, because there were so many that were yelling at them, you know, not to do this, don't do this, and don't get me wrong, like I want to be safe just as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they pressed on and did it.
Oh man, first game they told me, hey, you're going down to Auburn. I was like, we got credentialed, let's go. I mean, I wasn't gonna miss out on the possibility of covering a game in 2020. Are you kidding me? I mean, I was gonna jump right on board. I mean, we didn't get so many Alabama credentials as we wanted, but you know, it was still worth it to go to the Auburn ones. Get to see the fall of Gus.
You're right. Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. 100%.
So we're looking at the spread. I'm looking at the pick center for ESPN. You can tell us what Sportsline has as well. This says Chiefs 3-point favorite. The money line is at -165, plus 145 for the Bucks. The over/under is 56 on ESPN. What are some of your thoughts on that? If anybody wants to try to bet on the game, and what does Sportsline.com have to say about it?
Yeah, so you know what, we're pretty spot on with exactly where this line is, right? So we're projecting a Chiefs win of 29-27.
Yeah.
So, Chiefs money line, Bucks would cover that spread. I think it's pretty close. Like I said, I think it's going to be a pretty tight game. You look at 56 points. We're somewhere around there, a little bit under, but like,
it's not going to be a Rams Patriots, is it? It's not going to be a Rams Patriots.
It's a lot of points, man. And I'll say this: like, you look at Super Bowls. There have been 12 Super Bowls that have had a total set at 80 plus or more, and the under is 83-1 in those. Right? Like, it's a different game. It's a differently structured game. Not to mention, you throw in that there's a 75% chance of rain and thunderstorms.
Yeah.
How does that affect the game as well? So yeah, I mean, I know that our total projects for pretty much right at 56. But if it were me, and I had to bet on the spread of the total, I would go the under, and I would bet the Chiefs. I know that we project a 2-point game, but nothing against Brady, because I love the dude. He's terrific. It's just really hard for me to bet against the Chiefs. They're just overall, they're just that good.
I agree with you. So give us your prediction, man. What are your thoughts? Is it a late touchdown by the GOAT himself, Tom Brady, or will it be just too much offense for Kansas City or too much offense from Kansas City to Tampa Bay?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be something where the Bucks are driving late, to either tie or win. I think that's kind of the game that we're going to have. But again, man, like, anything can happen, dude, because one, you got freaking Tom Brady out there. That dude, like, they're going to name the Super Bowl trophy after him one day.
Yeah.
And then two, their defense is legit, and they run the ball. And, I don't know if Kansas City's going to be able to run the ball or not. So, I mean, that's just my prediction, but I think it should show that whatever happens, I think we really are just going to have a hell of a game. It's going to be tight. It's going to be a good one. I'm really excited to see it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, I said it when we were playing Thursday night. We were trying to do a Super Bowl preview, showing off my Madden skills, saying that it could be a late Tom Brady touchdown, 28-24 over the Chiefs, wins it, cements it, possibly retires, hopefully retires here coming from a Falcons fan. So...
Yeah, I'm with it.
So, man, hey, thank you so much. Didn't want to keep you too long. I mean, it's just the Super Bowl. We're not talking too many crazy games, but man, it's really great to have you on as always. Steele says under and bet the Chiefs. Got it. So Steele's always here. Jersey, the rest of the fam that's still here, kind of listening to you retire. You dream. He's gonna retire. Calm down. It's just awesome to have you on, man, as always. And anytime I can get you on and bug you for 20, 30 minutes is really cool.
Well, I love it, man. I always love being on with you and everybody in the group. Tell Steele, obviously. Steele, good to hear from you. Best of luck. I know your boy Brady tomorrow. But, yeah, thank you so much, man, for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, always. And tell your boy Jason Fitz to retweet my tweet every time. So.
I definitely will, man. Fitz is my guy.
That was awesome. When I saw that, I was like, oh, my gosh. I was like, I don't even know him. I was like, I bet Alan knows him. Alan's pretty cool, so.
Fitz is a great dude, man. Jason Fitz is a terrific human being. Not only good at what he does, but legitimately one of the best human beings that you'll ever come across.
Well, thank you so much, brother, and you enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm going to be playing a little bit of Madden before the Super Bowl, so I might have to defend my title run.
I love it, man. Thank you so much again, buddy. You take care.
All right, man. You too, man. Have a good night. See ya. There you go. You had it. Alan Bell Jr., 24/7 Sports, sportsline.com. He told you to take the under, also to take the Chiefs. I agree with him. I think that's pretty spot on. I mean, my prediction's pretty close, but I did pick the Bucks. 4-point win. So if you do pick the Chiefs, I might not be helping you, but that's why we get Alan on. He's an expert, does an amazing job, just covers the NFL really well, and yeah, too close to call. I mean, I just don't know. I'm not a bettor, and last time I bet on a game, I was wrong because I didn't have the Super Bowl right. I said Bucks and Bills, so I mean, actually I said Packers and Bills, but I mean, anybody could have easily saw the Chiefs getting back, but not so much the Bucks. I don't think I would have said the Bucks would have been back. But even though they've won 6 straight, they're on the road the last 3 games. So you can count that Falcons game at home, even though that Falcons game they were up. So I mean, I don't understand it. So, but that's what happens. So anyway, I'm gonna end the show. And we're going to pause for a second. I've got to leave at 11, a little after 11. I got to go hang out, not go hang out, but I'm going to go eat lunch with my grandmother and my sister, and then we'll be back on later for Jersey and I as we going to play some Rocket League. The Falcons blew another big game, question mark? I mean, yeah, duh. To Tom Brady of all people. Oh, my God. I mean, how crazy is that? So anyway, appreciate everybody being here. I wasn't going to keep it long because I kind of woke up late. I woke up at... Do you really? You should play with us. I woke up kind of late, so had to get everything ready to talk to Alan. So, like I said, let me end it, and appreciate everybody coming by. Make sure I'm going to hit it up on YouTube. I'm going to post it on Twitter. Please retweet, like, follow, subscribe, do all those things. On YouTube you can subscribe for free, so just subscribe, like it, do everything you can to help boost it, and tell Jason Fitz, tell Alan Bell to retweet it as well. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, all right, be back later. Bye.
Sir, could I trouble you for a glass of warm milk? It helps put me to sleep.
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. Check out the name tag.